Okay, we're live. Hopefully, we have audio. We're having some technical difficulties with this, but we are trying to work through that. Not sure if it's going to work, but we're going to try it again. So, we got audio. All right. So, welcome to the CrossFit Port Clinton podcast. I am your host, Brett Bauer. I have our co owner, my wife, Lexis Bauer, with us today. Shut that off. Thank you. I don't need an echo.
I didn't know if mine was going to work or not.
Yeah, it's working. So, thank you for joining today. How's your Sunday?
Mine?
Yeah, who else am I talking to?
It's been good. I coached class this morning.
You gotta get closer to the microphone.
I coached class this morning. I did the class workout after. Came home. What did I do? Basically just hanging out with the kids all day. So yeah, it's been a good Sunday so far.
Good. So, we're gonna dive into a couple little topics here, and we will see if anybody starts commenting. I think the link that I originally put out there is probably not valid anymore, so I'm gonna have to go out to a couple of social media sites and try to get some viewers on here. So, affiliate ownership. How long have we been open?
We opened June of 2021. Well, actually Memorial Day weekend of 2021. So this upcoming May will be 5 years. So 4.5.
How has that impacted you, owning an affiliate?
I mean, I think it's been awesome. It's probably definitely one of the most fulfilling jobs other than being a mother. I feel like it's been really awesome. What do you think?
Yeah, I think there's been, obviously lots of challenges with it. You have your ups and downs, members come and go. But overall, I think it's been one of the most fulfilling things that I've ever done.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Outside of having 2 kids, but I think that's probably the most life-changing event that you could have is having a kid.
Right.
Outside of that, I think owning a business is right there with it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know.
What are you doing over there?
I just shared that link to Facebook, so people can have the correct link to tune in if they want to. And then, what have you liked the most about owning the affiliate, though?
Honestly, just like getting to know so many people, like so many amazing people. I mean, when I moved up here, you were already living here. Like truly, we didn't know that many people in Port Clinton. So all of our friends were, friends from college, outside of like high school, college. So we didn't really have we didn't really like establish, I guess, like a new set of friends that were local to Port Clinton. And with opening the gym, we've established so many friendships through our members. But then like just also seeing all the positive changes, just like people wanting to be better, like in all aspects of life. That has been really cool to watch.
What's the most rewarding thing? Like, we've helped lots of people do lots of things. If you had to point to one event or one thing you've seen, what's the most impactful?
That is such a hard question.
We're not here for the easy questions.
I mean, there's just like you're wanting me to tell like one member experience or just in general?
Just in general. Like, I don't care what it is.
Probably people, there's been multiple people saying that the gym has literally helped them stay sober or help them from relapsing. That's probably been one of the most impactful things.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
Yeah, honestly, that and the MetFix program we have going, I would say
Yeah.
that just watching people come in with all sorts of chronic diseases, injuries, pains, um, and watching them focus on their nutrition and moving more and watching that stuff disappear. Um, I can't think of anything more impactful,
Mm-hmm. I would agree with that.
and giving it away, like being in a position to where we can do some of that stuff for free.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's life changing, and watching that happen, um, being able to help people in that way, um, it's hard to describe, like the feeling that you get from doing that.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Speaking of, one of the MetFix members came up to me today and said that her husband is going to start in January using that free membership that we did for Give the Gift of Fitness. It's like that's awesome.
That is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, like getting family members. The Greers, like he's
Yeah,
got 3 of his kids in there with him working out at 5 a.m. Like, that's insane. Bringing
I know. It's so cool. They love
elementary,
it.
middle school, high school kids to class at 5 a.m. and they all get after it every day.
It's awesome.
They're there 4 to 6 times a week.
Mm-hmm.
Very
So
cool
cool.
watching that, the whole family working out next to each other, um, and improving
Yeah.
drastically in the 6 months I've been there.
Yeah. It's awesome.
If you're watching live and you want to ask Lexis a question, drop those in the comments. Also, make sure that you're like this and subscribe to the channel if you're not already.
Is there anyone watching live right now?
We have 2 viewers live.
Who are they?
I
Can you?
don't know,
Oh,
just 2. Yeah, I didn't go live on Facebook this time because I'm selfishly trying to get my watch time on YouTube up. So we're gonna exclusively be on YouTube for a while. How about dislikes? Any dislikes for affiliate ownership?
like dislikes or like challenges or
Mm-hmm.
I mean, every job is going to come with, things that aren't all rainbows and sunshine. I mean, you're going to have some drama at the gym at times. I feel like we've done a really good job of nipping it in the butt, um, and having difficult conversations with members. So I feel like that is hard. Sometimes, you get so close to each other, like everybody kind of seems like one big family. So you're a little bit more apt to say things that aren't maybe the um, most polite or kind things to say to people. So, I mean, that has definitely been challenging. Like, we had to kick out some members. That was probably one of the hardest things that we've had to do through throughout the 4 years. I would say that and firing coaches. I've had to fire a couple coaches. That has not been easy. No, not an easy um, decision. Not easy conversations.
No,
So
it's not.
it's hard, very hard.
Yeah, those are Yeah, it's definitely not easy to do either one of those things, but necessary for growth within the affiliate, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. You have expectations that you set for yourself and the gym and the culture. And when you're not holding, everyone to the same expectations, then something has to go. Um, so yeah, I feel like we've had those hard conversations. Yeah, that's definitely that's the thing I dislike the most is having to do that stuff. It's not easy.
Yeah, being the business owner and not the friend.
Right.
Yeah, it sucks. So let's talk about when we opened this affiliate. What were you doing? Like, I know we've talked about this before, but what were you doing prior to owning the affiliate?
I was teaching first grade at Fostoria Elementary School.
How was that?
Honestly,
Can you talk into the microphone though?
Yeah.
Like you're
it was fine. Like there was a group of us when I got hired in.
her mama.
There was a group of us that were super duper close. We were all the same age. We were recent graduates, and so my coworkers were like amazing, and we're actually still like pretty close to this day. I just went and saw them a couple weeks ago with the kids. So I mean, that was who you work with is a huge influence, but the actual, I mean, teaching, it wasn't bad until I truly loved it when I was a first grade general education teacher. So when I started, I was first grade and then I looped with the kids, which means I just had the same exact kids or students into second grade. And then I went back to first grade. And then I basically got forced to go into a first grade like intervention specialist position. And that's when it kind of all changed for me. It was just really, really difficult. The kids were hard. I didn't get support from like our principal at the time, and then we switched principals, and the principal that I had was amazing, but I just didn't like that position. It could have been, and I truly think it was like a God thing, because if I was still if I never got forced to switch positions, then I could have still been a first grade teacher, because I probably still would have loved that position, and maybe would have never even thought about opening a gym.
So for those people that aren't teachers, you're dealing with 20 kids that have learning challenges or behavior issues.
When I was a general education teacher, no. But when I switched to that special ed position, or the fancy term intervention specialist, my caseload was about like 16, but I didn't have all 16 at the same time. But yeah, small groups of not very great behavior kids.
So they always listened and they never hit you or spit on you or...
Correct.
Correct what?
No, that never happened. Oh, yes, that did happen. What are you...
How did they act? Like,
yeah, what you just said.
Well, then you said no, that never happened.
Oh, no. I meant like it did happen.
So what'd they do?
Exactly what you just said. Hit, spit. They're terrible.
Did any of them run away?
Yeah, there's like one. I'll never forget it. He ran away a couple different times.
You just let him go?
A couple times I chased after him for a little bit, and then a couple times I was just like, see ya. Please don't come back.
Yeah, that's fun. So then 2021, 2020 hits. and you're trying to teach online for COVID.
Mm-hmm.
How's that?
I mean, you're supposed to be teaching, like, I think the district kind of had you like have like these office hours per se, and I mean they're 6 year olds, so they're not going to be doing much, but you're like supposed to be meeting with them or what have you. I mean that never really happened, so there was no teaching from like no teaching whatsoever happening then.
So all those kids that were supposed to be learning went a whole year without getting education, pretty much.
Well, that was in March, and we didn't go back to school. So all of March, April, May, March, April, May, 3 months. And then we had that summer. And then I think we went back to school normal that the year after.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good, I guess.
Mm-hmm. I kind of forget. It was all a big blur.
And then you are thinking you're going back to school 2021, right?
Yeah, like I guess when of 2021. Because COVID happened.
Yeah, we're renovating the space downtown.
Mm-hmm.
Had to gut the whole building.
Yeah.
Redid it all. You think you're going back to school, right?
Yeah.
How'd that work out?
I didn't. I mean, I knew by the end of that school year of 2021 that I wasn't going to be going back. Because
you did?
Yeah, because I had turned in my resignation letter. Remember? Yeah, so I told our principal in like April or May. But leading up to that, yeah, I was like, I will be able to coach a 5 a.m. class, 6 a.m. class, finish at 7, and then just drive straight to Fostoria, and I'll be able to do it. I was like, it'll be fine. And then, like, realistically, when you start speaking through the logistics of everything, and it was more you were like, you really gonna think that you can do that? So once I kind of came to terms with everything, and I didn't really like the position I was at anyways, I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna tell my principal I'm done. So I called her in and I was like, hey, Kelly, I'm not teaching here next year. Sorry. She kind of knew it was coming. That's all I was really talking about ever.
Yeah. So we opened on day 1 and we had 80 members, right?
Murph? Or soft?
Right away. We had 80 members. Yeah,
Why are you looking at me like that?
Because you're not, like, I'm asking you these questions and you're just like, yeah, we didn't have 80 members.
Okay.
How many members do we have?
0.
Yeah. So
well, don't.
We had
I have
a lot
no
of.
idea if you're joking or not. So.
No
idea. Yeah, we had 0.
Hello, Leo. I don't know what that says. Leo Leveler. What's up? You can't see the comments, but I can. That's the other thing I need to do is get the get another screen so you can see it on your side. But that's down the road. So how many members did we have when we opened?
0. Actually, we had 1.
Yeah. Kristen.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was how did the first year go?
Honestly, it went great. Like, I had no idea what to expect. I don't even know what our membership number was at the end of that first year. We could probably look.
I think we had around 60 members.
Okay.
First year.
Yeah. So I mean, it was like, you open a gym and you literally have no idea what to expect. I was so nervous on that first day. Like, I was like, no one's going to show up. There's no way. And then, like, so many people came and I was like, holy moly. This is awesome. It was so cool. So yeah, we had started with one member. You said that we were probably at around 60 by the end of year one, which is awesome.
Yeah, it is. It was very good. Uh, honestly, I think we probably underpriced what we needed to because we had
100%.
no idea what to charge.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Absolutely, we did.
how is that like? Hey, we're not charging people enough money. We need to raise the rates. How does that feel as a
It was
affiliate owner?
hard at first until I knew what we were offering and I knew that our coaching was top notch. I knew that our facility was great. And I knew that we were one of the cheapest affiliates. So I also know my worth. And when, like anyone, if you're trying to make a living and raise a family, you, I mean, it's very, very, very difficult to do that with any small business, but especially what we were charging. So after I kind of came to that realization, and once we sent our first price change, and nobody batted an eye, um, it was it was very reassuring.
Yeah, never easy doing that. Don't take it lightly, but at the end of the day, we're not a nonprofit. We can't operate unless we're making money. So
Correct.
it's kind of hard to stay in business if you're if you're
Yeah.
not paying the bills. So yeah, I'm just going through some of the videos from the very beginning on the Instagram page. Um, you can't see it obviously, but some of the stuff's from the first couple of days we were open. Very cool looking back at some of the people. There's me and Melinda rowing. Memorial Day weekend. Murph. Got some people on the rowers. Very cool stuff looking back at that. Um, so, how about you got anything planned for 2026?
Yeah, hopefully move into a new gym.
Where's that located?
116 East Gill Road.
What's going to be there? Like, what's it look like?
Yeah, so I mean it's a pretty big building. We're gonna have office space, shower facilities, a sauna, a cold plunge, a separate room for open gym and personal training, and then a bigger area for our class workouts. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
I think this is Holly Hoover. So stoked for the new space.
Yay, Hallie!
We are too. Can't wait till it's done. We won't have to podcast in my parents' lake house living room either. We'll be able to do it in an office, and I won't have to break this, tear down the podcast,
Camera just
turn
shut
on.
off.
Yep, that's not good. Can you try to turn that on? Just get it like that.
Am I back on?
You will be shortly. Yeah, I wasn't prepared. I needed to have those. Interesting. No camera. This is interesting. I don't know why this won't. Cameras on won't turn back on. Looks like we're gonna have to keep doing this without camera on you.
That's fine.
So, future plans. We got the building. We got the gym. What are you trying to roll out there when we open the doors? any initiatives that you are trying to get through?
Um, oh, I have so many ideas. I want to do like an ongoing CrossFit Kids class. So we could offer that like at the same time that like their parents are working out. I think that would be awesome. Um, to have, I would like to do like a youth barbell club eventually, really target like more um, youth in our area. Um, we're gonna eventually start an 11 a.m. class, have it be like I think we're gonna call it Vitality. Um, target like a little bit older population. Um, yeah, lots of different room for growth. I have other ideas. I'm just not ready to share them yet.
That's understandable.
But those are just some off the top of my head that I think will get rolling right away.
So during this whole time that we've owned the gym, you've had how many babies?
2.
How is that going through that process while you are trying to own a gym, run classes?
Honestly, my pregnancies have been very easy. So that was never, I shouldn't say never. You're obviously a little bit more fatigued with pregnancy, but it was not difficult as I would have imagined. It also helps that I truly love what I do, and waking up at 4 a.m. is just, it's not an issue. I'm eager to do it. And get my day rolling and see awesome people at 5 a.m. Um, but being away from the gym was hard the first time for my maternity leave. I mean, our coaches are phenomenal. They held down the fort. It's just like other things, me worrying about this, and that when I shouldn't be, because they're, again, phenomenal. They know what to do. Like I shouldn't have worried. So it made the second go around of my maternity leave a little bit easier because I truly didn't have to worry.
Do you have enough cord to come over here so you're actually on the screen?
I think.
Let's try it. I would rather do that than have this be a blank screen. So yeah, the the pregnancy, I mean, from my aspect, it was pretty smooth. Just give it a thing.
I can't. It has to go under all this stuff.
All right, we're trying to get Lexis back on the screen. We're gonna have to do a little bit of finagling here, but bear with us. It's fine. Just take your headphones off and come over there. No, you will. You just have to carry them over there so you don't drag them across me. Thank you. What about from a pregnancy standpoint, trying to work out during class and stuff like that? How did that go? Like you can't work out while you're pregnant, right? Right?
Stop saying those questions because I never know what you want me to say. No, I still worked out. I worked out all the way up to all the way throughout both of my pregnancies. I just modified accordingly.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's that mean?
Like as you progress in pregnancy, obviously there's like safety components. Like you have a big belly. So do you really want to be climbing a rope or doing box jumps that could put extra pressure on your pelvic floor or running, things like that. So, like I'm not doing bar muscle ups and truly even like pull ups because of the extra pressure on your abdomen, things like that. So, I would just change the movement to make it work for myself.
And that can be done for anybody else, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
What about injuries? Like people with injuries?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have a lot of, well, not a lot, but just if somebody gets injured, they can still come and we can just modify everything for them. That's what we do a lot.
Holly Hoover says, did my last workout the morning before going to the hospital. Unless you count stacking firewood, because then
That was the actual last workout before going.
thank you. I can't see.
I was going to say, I feel like you can't read.
Well, I was trying to read it down there instead of where it's big. Yeah.
Yeah. Holly's a great example. I mean, we've had so many pregnant people, pregnant ladies that are amazing at our gym that work out throughout their entire pregnancy. They take the recommended time off and then they come right back, modify accordingly until they kind of get back to what they were doing pre-pregnancy. It's truly like incredible watching everybody go through that.
How's that feel? Like not being able to do the things that you normally want to, or you normally do, or you might want to do when you see the workout come up?
It was hard, like for my first pregnancy, um, because I am like a competitor. I like to compete. So it was challenging. But my second pregnancy, I feel like I handled it much better, don't you think?
Yeah, for the most part.
So
I don't know how Sal would think trying to coach you some of those days, but we can ask him next week. What about like so you have 2 kids now. You want to work out. That's taking time out of your day. It's taking time away from the kids. That's got to be like a selfish feeling, right?
sometimes it is. Yeah. I mean, I I obviously want to spend time with them, but at the end of the day, is it truly selfish? I don't think so. But yeah, I mean, you have those thoughts of like, is it selfish to like go prioritize myself for an hour or two? Um, I mean, it's different for me because like obviously I go in and coach, and then I typically take a class, so it's not um it's a little bit different from my role. For others though, I could see like how it would be challenging, to take an hour out of your day if you already aren't with your kids all day and then to spend another hour away from them. But like for me, I just feel so much better when I work out, like mentally, physically. Um and so at the end of the day, I want my kids to know, I want them to see me being active. I think if your kids see you being active, then they have a better idea of what being healthy is.
I would agree with that. Um, I can see how it would feel selfish at times, but at the end of the day, you're either going to put the work in now or you're not going to be able to do things with them later on in life.
Right.
Or you're not going to have the ability to lift your grandkid up, or I mean just not be in the nursing home for the last 10, 15 years of your life. um, that's my thing, is like I would rather spend that hour now a day and get those years back where you might not be able to drive to your kid's game or your grandkid's game to go watch them play a sport or something like that.
Right. Yeah.
If you're not constantly putting that work in now, 20 years from now, that's when that shit, the chronic disease starts and everything starts going downhill. Is When you stop taking care of yourself, stop
Right.
putting the time in. It's an hour out of your day. Like,
Right.
is
It's
it
so
really that big
minimal.
of a deal? No, it's not. So I know I'm biased, but it's not that bad. Jenny, we appreciate your working around injuries because life happens. It's embarrassing to ask for adjustments and put coaches on the spot in the moment. So thanks. Yeah, I get that. But I would also say putting coaches on the spot in the moment, that's what we're there for.
Mhm.
Like we're experienced enough to where we can kind of look at the workout and go, what's a similar stimulus doing different movement patterns or completely eliminating this and putting something else in there. So I would say try not to feel bad because we're all there to make you better. And that's their job at the end of the day. That's our job, helping you get a good workout in while still remaining as safe as we possibly can. Obviously, everything we do is not going to be 100% risk free. I think risk and safety don't always go together. And as Greg Glassman famously said, you're going to have to um, risk orthopedic calamity to kind of rid chronic disease out of your life. You're going to have to take some risks. Hey, jump into a box. You might get a nice little boo boo on your shin, but um, that's better than diabetes. So, would you agree?
Yes.
What were we talking about before I read that comment? Pregnancy,
Working
working out,
out. Yeah.
selfish. Yeah. Anything else you want to hit on that topic?
No, it's been really cool to see like our little boy go up to the gym and like do his little version of workouts. That's been super fulfilling.
Yeah. What about the raising kids in the affiliate?
Oh, I love it. It's awesome.
What do you love about it?
Like everyone just loves your kids. Well, everyone loves our kids. And then everybody that brings other kids in, I feel like we all just love on them. Um, it's been so cool to just watch like Tate like grow up with so many people that love him. Um, so cool. So cool. So that's been awesome to watch. And I assume just as he gets older, it's he's going to have even more and more support with all the different things that he goes through. So many eyes on him too, which is great um, from a mom perspective. So yeah, it's been really cool. Um, there's Morgan. She comes at 10 a.m. We had our kids around the same time, and she always brings her little girl Mila to work out at 10. And it's just like so cool to like see how far both of us have come in motherhood and just like experiencing all the things alongside of her. It's been awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool watching some of the members bring their kids into like coming
Yeah.
into class. It's the same process. Like our kids are there more um, than some of the members' kids, but even having them in there for the hour, being exposed to that, watching your parents work out, it's very cool.
Mm-hmm.
I know, like when we first opened, Ross would always bring his two kids with him, and the one day Carla was running around watching him and like just rooting for him the whole time. It was so cool watching that. Um, Ross, if you're out there listening, get your ass back to the gym too. You've been MIA for a while.
Someone was just asking about him the other night. They're like, "Where has Ross been?"
Being a daddy, hockey coach.
Yeah, he's a busy guy.
Yes, he is.
She's sleeping.
No,
I'll
you
just
can let him go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's fine.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're fine. Yeah, I think one of the most rewarding things will be watching the kids grow up in the classes.
Yeah, I would agree.
How about the base of the pyramid? So the CrossFit methodology, there's like a theoretical hierarchy of development. The base of the pyramid is nutrition. What advice would you give to anybody out there that's struggling with what they're eating? I'm asking you this question.
I know. I'm thinking.
Well, when nobody's talking, it's like people are looking at their phone going, is this still on? Did it end?
Well, sorry. To be completely honest, I got distracted by Sage screaming upstairs. So, what was the question again?
For somebody that's struggling with the base of the pyramid, their eating habits, what advice would you give them?
Swap out one carbohydrate you eat like each week. So, for example, if you eat a piece of bread or toast every single morning for breakfast, maybe just start with that. Like, okay, I'm going to start with not eating that piece of bread for one whole week. See how you feel at the end of the week. And then just keep doing that. Keep like just trying to eliminate one of those carbs
One of what carbs?
that you eat.
Just all carbs are gone.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm thinking like your processed carbs, but yeah. I mean, so many people just, oh, I don't eat that bad, and they eat 10 freaking cookies and 5 ho-hos and a bagel or a donut every day for breakfast. So it's just like find one processed carbohydrate that you eat throughout your day and just slowly start eliminating them. And then the other thing I would do, well, that would be the first thing I would tell somebody.
What about if I drink a 2 liter of Pop It with every meal?
Yeah, I mean, that's a processed carbohydrate. I would also stop drinking that.
So people shouldn't drink their calories? Is that what you're saying?
Correct.
Is there a reason for that?
I mean, they're just empty calories. They're not filling you up. There's a shit ton of sugar in pop, too. So, I mean, we could go down a rabbit hole of like what you shouldn't be eating. But like to start people off, yeah, like don't drink your calories. Start with cutting out the crap.
Yeah, I would agree with that. It's that's where the destruction starts occurring. You might not see it right away. It might take 20 years. But hey, I have a migraine headache. Chances are you have some insulin resistance going on. Hey, I have high blood pressure. Chances are you have some insulin resistance going on. You could go down the list of chronic disease bucket. That's usually where it starts. Your insulin levels are too high because you're eating too many carbs.
Yeah.
So, how about like I don't know what to eat. Somebody that is in that boat.
Like they have no idea.
I'm eating McDonald's 3 times a day because I don't have time to cook. I don't know how to.
Yeah,
cook.
I mean, I would just have to sit down with them and like be like, okay, you have time to go through a drive-through.
You gotta talk into the microphone.
You have time to go through a drive-through. You also have time to walk into Kroger and get a rotisserie chicken and eat it. You have time. People always have time. I hate that excuse.
What about the people that just don't know where to start? Anything for that?
I mean, I would say start prioritizing protein. Start with breakfast. That's what I always like to tell people. If you have no idea where to start, what do you eat for breakfast? A bowl of cereal? Okay, let's start there. Why don't we eat some eggs?
So do you think they should just every meal just start going to the grocery store before every meal, or like from a basic implementation standpoint is what I'm trying to get you to answer.
I don't know. What do you think?
I would start with trying to write down what you think you're going to have for the week, planning it out, making sure you have all the ingredients available, and then prepping the food ahead of time if they can do that.
Yeah, meal prepping.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be good.
Because if you're just telling somebody, hey, you need to eat less carbs, you need to increase your protein, that's great. But if they don't have a plan in place to take action on that, they're going to fail again.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to be going through McDonald's.
Right. Yeah.
And maybe that's the first starting point is start getting your fucking cheeseburger with no bun on it at McDonald's. Yeah. And don't get your pop, get a water.
Right. For some of those people, that is that. Like, yeah.
But yeah, I think having that plan in place, trying to stick to that, and then reassessing constantly, going, what did I do good this week? What didn't I do good this week? How can I make this better? All that stuff is where you see the improvements and the drastic changes in people.
Mm-hmm.
That's the main thing for me is just constant assessment. That's what we do with our nutrition clients.
Yeah.
Here, I just had a check-in earlier.
How'd that go?
Went well. Yeah. Person that I'm working with did really well this week. They stuck with basically their plan. They knew that they were struggling with some lunch type things. They executed the plan this week. Sweet. They had a couple hiccups, but that hiccup was one meal, and they have a different plan for the next time.
Awesome.
Yeah. It's good. It's awesome helping with that stuff. Please don't touch that.
I don't like
you need
how
to
my
sit up taller.
I don't like how my chin is cut off.
I can't help you with that. Scoot closer to the table.
Nope, it's good now.
Okay. How about any upcoming events for CrossFit Port Clinton?
We have CrossFit Kids at the end of the month. Coach Aaron is running that. It is, I believe it starts on December 29th for those of you who are watching and have a kiddo preschool through third grade. And then the CrossFit Open will be actually, I take that back. We have Coffee and Conversation January 10th, which Brett will be hosting. It's like a nutrition seminar followed by a workout and then some coffee. And then the Open will be here before we know it in February, which is crazy.
What's the Open?
The Open?
Here's the CrossFit Kids winter session. It is December 29th through January 2nd. Preschool to third grade. 8:15 a.m. to 9 o'clock. $60 per kid. I think that's $15. It's less than $15 because there's 5 days in there. Gonna get kids up moving. Join now. You can email Lexis at crossfitportclinton.com. We can get you set up. Stop delaying it. Erin does a great job with the kids. She's a preschool teacher, so she knows what to do.
Yep.
Okay. What was the other thing?
The Open. You were like, what's the Open?
Yeah, what is the Open?
So the Open is like the first stage of the competitive season of CrossFit. So what I mean by that is the CrossFit Open starts the process of finding the fittest individuals in the world. Um, so it's an in-house competition type vibe. Um, and it's run on 3 different Fridays. So I think it's the 29th of February or the 27th, March 6th, and then March 13th. We will run that at our affiliate. We do it Friday night light style. And anyways, after those, you do the workout, you get judged, you have to be held to certain standards, and then when you are finished, you enter your scores. The top 25% of the world go on to something called quarterfinals. Again, they you do workouts over a weekend for quarterfinals. I think it's like the top like maybe 50 people or 25 people in each of these regions get invited to semifinals, and then after semifinals is the CrossFit Games.
Yeah, I don't care about the CrossFit Games. I'm talking about our affiliate. What goes on at that? Like somebody that's never walked into the doors. What are we doing?
So every single person is doing a workout. Like I was just saying, like they get judged. It's very high energy. A lot of people are watching. We in our affiliate, we split everybody up into teams and we do like different themes each night. It's really cool. I think we're gonna do a couple different things this year too for any members that are listening. So that'll be fun.
So, just to recap, that is everybody doing the same workout?
Yep. Yeah.
Everything's standardized, so we know everybody's doing it the same way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If how about a new member? Why should they do it?
It's really cool to see your progress throughout the year, and so when you do this, it's just like a workout that you can reflect back upon in a year from now and be like, oh, I wasn't able to do 2 push-ups during this workout in at the 2026 Friday Night Lights, but maybe in 2027 you can. So it's like it's just seeing your progress is really really cool. You just push yourself so much harder too because the energy, I mean, the whole gym's there just rooting for you, encouraging you, cheering you on. So, it's really cool.
And like if they're unable to do those things, everybody just stands there and points at them and laughs, right?
No.
What do?
They just cheer for them and encourage them, like I was just saying.
Yeah. First year I did it, there was a lot of things that I couldn't do. Chest to bar pull-ups was in there. So I got to that point and I just kind of stood there and attempted to do those for a while. But also, if you're close to having some of those skills and you're like, it's borderline, that's a lot of times when you will get your first one is because of all those people screaming for you, rooting you on.
Yeah. Adrenaline is high.
It's very cool to watch.
I would agree.
Very cool. So coffee and conversation, I know you briefly discussed that. I'll be hosting that. We'll be going over nutrition basics, I would say, and it's going to be similar to the past ones where I've gone over why we're trying to stick with whole foods, and then we'll do a workout after. It is free. What did you say? It was January 10th.
Yep.
8 a.m. We're going to start with the nutrition lecture this time, and then we will go into the workout once I'm done talking, probably 30 minutes after that.
Awesome.
I'll try to keep it short and sweet this year. How about I know we talked about 2026 plans a little bit. Is there any plans for you to start programming?
I would love to eventually. I don't know if that's in the cards for 2026. But yeah, I mean, I definitely feel like I'm able to. Right now, it's just a time thing. I mean, honestly, I don't know how much we pay for our affiliate programming right now. I would have to look.
I could tell you.
How much?
It's $120 a month.
Okay. There's no way that it would take me a very long time to program at first. Right now, $120 a month is cheaper to outsource it rather than me do it.
No, I
So,
agree with that.
I'm just I would eventually need to get to a point where I'm coaching a little bit less with the day to day, classes and focusing more on like management. So doing programming and just basically working with our corporate partnerships. So that is in the plan. But I would say that would be closer to 2027.
Yeah, I think like I love the misfit programming that we follow. I think that at times it gets, I don't want to say redundant, but it's almost redundant at times. Like,
Oh, it is. I think every programming is like that, though. You're never going to find something that's like perfect.
no, and I don't think it needs to be perfect. Obviously, we're getting great results out of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like we're not getting fitter, but I think that
Talking to your microphone.
being able to look at what equipment that we have in the gym and program specifically towards that would be a benefit.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, I'm having to change a lot of those workouts that we see every day anyways. I go in there and probably spend an hour each week just changing them all because we just can't do it in our affiliate. So yeah, I think that would be ideal. Yeah, and it's definitely something that I want to do, and I feel capable to do it. I think I have learned a lot just with studying for my level 3 on how I would program. And I've reached out to a couple other affiliate owners to see kind of how they do it. And so that's been great. I just need to do it. And I will. I'm just not ready to take on that task right now.
Yeah, I know it's going to be a lot, but I think even if like I'm interested in writing the programming, but it's the same thing with you. Do I have the time to do that right now? Absolutely not.
Right.
I have way too much other stuff going on. But yeah, I think again, just being able to program for our specific affiliate with the specific equipment that we have in there, it will.
That's a good question.
I will find more enjoyment doing it that way than just copy pasting a template right in the lesson plan.
Right. So Holly said or asked, what is something you would do differently than misfits when programming yourself? And that is a good question. Kind of like what Brett was saying, like just target it more towards the equipment needs that we have. I really do like the themes that Misfit provides us with. A lot of other programming does not do that. And so you can go back and forth. Like, our focus right now is back squat. So we're going to be doing a 5x5, basically Texas method back squat for our affiliate over the course of the next 6 weeks. Well, with that, we're going to be seeing limited heavy lifts of all of our other lifts, like squat clean, squat snatches. I mean, we do have squat snatches tomorrow, but like heavier, just a heavy day. We're not going to see many other lifts throughout that 6 weeks. So that is one thing that I think that I would change. I would make it not so focused on like only one lift for a certain period of time, because then it's like you haven't squat cleaned in like 12 weeks and then our members are having to like basically relearn how to squat clean. I like the themes for everything else Misfit does. but I would make I would make a heavy day, and it would be a different lift each time that we do that.
I would agree. I think there are times where we go months without doing a specific movement where I would have sprinkled that in, whether that's a skill session or during the Metcon. Like, I don't know, when's the last time we did pistols?
Correct.
When's the last time we did pullovers?
Mm-hmm.
They were real big on that for 4 months, and then we haven't done it for it's probably been about 2 years since we've done a pullover.
Yeah. So like things like that, they just are really like.
Holly says, any specific movements you would like to see more that doesn't come around often? Yeah, just those types of things where
we haven't
you're looking at the catalog of movements, I could point to several several others than those that I just mentioned that are kind of more of a unique movement that we haven't done for a while. And like hang snatch, when's the last time we did a hang snatch?
Right.
We haven't. So it's just those things. And like, honestly, we could have just adjust our programming now and say, well, we're going to add that in there. But we don't. We're just bitching about it instead.
Right. Yeah. So those are some of the things that we would change. Yeah, like crossover single unders. We haven't done those in forever with Misfits programming. Pistols, pullovers, overhead walking lunges. Haven't done those.
Just like even dumbbell hang clean and jerks.
Yeah.
When we first started doing it, we did a lot of that. Double dumbbell, push press, anything like that. And it just, I think they forget about it sometimes. And it's like, oh, let's just program some more burpees.
Yeah.
Which, don't get me wrong, I think programming burpees is fine. And it hits the stimulus of the workout that we're trying to get. It's just, I think it gets redundant at times.
Yeah. So I think that we could I don't know if I would say do a better job, but just like change up some of that stuff so it's not as redundant. And I would still stick with like the themes because I do like that, but it would definitely be a little bit broader of a range, and we wouldn't have one specific lift we're focused on. So,
or if we do, you still mix other things in there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's, I don't know. Like you said, we're not going to get a perfect program. Even if we write it ourselves, it's not going to be perfect. But is it effective? That's the thing in my mind.
Yeah.
You could do mayhem. You could do proven. You could do whatever other programs out there. You're going to get results. It's just what works the best for you at that specific time.
Absolutely.
There was another thing that I was going to ask you about, but I don't remember what it was, which is very unfortunate. Do you have any other topics that you want to hammer out?
I don't think so.
This podcast did not start off very well.
Ooh, Holly with all the questions.
What are your favorite style workouts to do? Short and fast or long and steady?
That's a good question. I don't know. They both suck in their own ways.
I think it depends on the day for me. I think there are days where doing a Fran and trying to get it under 3 minutes is great. And then there's days where kid didn't sleep all night, and if I had to do Fran, it would be more along the lines of 5 minutes, which is not great for my time. I would prefer like a longer cardio day on those where I can just kind of move for 20-30 minutes and not have to think about holding on to the barbell and not letting go on the pull-ups.
Yeah. I think that short and fast workouts are harder for me because you're just, basically redlining at the end. I have more of like, for me mentally, a longer workout is not as difficult, as taxing on me mentally or physically. So I would say my favorite style is probably towards that longer and steady, but there's nothing better, like no better feeling than like beating a old, like when you're doing a short and fast workout, like beating your old time of like a Fran or a Helen or something like that. So
Yeah, and I think it also depends on what's in the workout. Like, am I going to be able to stay interested for 15 or 20 minutes
right.
doing an AMRAP, or just even a task priority workout where it takes that long? But that's the beauty of the class, is knowing that I'm going to try to beat her, Sal, Steve. Yeah, it's just it pushes me harder than what I would do. And like half the time, if I'm working out by myself, I ain't doing that stuff. I'm gonna quit halfway through. But if I have somebody next to me, I'm gonna go faster. And that's I would say the shorter ones are great for me because I usually I don't have to pace. The other ones, when I'm trying to beat Lexis, I have to kind of pace myself, because when I first started CrossFit, I would go out like a bat out of hell. I would redline, and then I would have to stand there and rest. And I've gotten way better at pacing myself, especially right out of the gate.
You have gotten a lot better. You're still not the best at it though.
No, but
I mean, like last Thursday's workout or Tuesday, whatever day that was, with the burpee back or the line facing burpees in the machine.
yeah.
You're terrible at that.
No, I wasn't.
You started at like 21 line facing burpees and you ended at 8.
Yeah, but every other round I got, and I think that was the machine that I was on that round.
Oh, it just so happened to be your last round that you got 8.
Yeah.
Whatever. I was just more consistent and I beat you.
You were more consistent. I'm not
Who's chipping for
that.
par?
I don't know. Hold on. So Holly has one more question. Okay,
Chipping
last
for
one.
par.
Favorite benchmark.
Doesn't bother you that Sal is the best athlete at the gym.
Okay, we're on this comment right now.
I'm reading all of them.
Okay, last one. Favorite benchmark.
Okay. I don't know, Holly. That's a good question.
I'm going to be biased. I think Isabel might be my favorite one. Uh-oh. Because I'm good at snatching.
Hi, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
What's the girl workout that is running, box jumps, and wall balls?
Kelly.
Yeah, I really like Kelly.
I like Helen too. The pull-ups, kettlebell swing, run.
Yeah.
Those are fun.
Yeah. We haven't done that one in a while.
No, we haven't. We've done it, I think, 2 or 3 times at the gym. That's another thing, okay, is retesting workouts. Like there are workouts that I would want to do more often.
Correct.
And I listened to Dave Castro's weekend review. He's for those of you that don't have any idea who he is the director of the CrossFit Games, and he's, I think, in charge of the training department at CrossFit headquarters also. But he said that the main site, which programs free open source workouts, they're doing more micro retests. So like they would program a workout, and then like 2 or 3 weeks later they would do it again, instead of waiting 8 weeks or a year or so. And I think just experimenting with that would also be fun to sprinkle into our own programming. And I've even seen like drastic improvements from 4 days where I did it was a CrossFit.com workout one Saturday morning where we were leaving early, going somewhere. It was like 3 muscle ups, and then you run 200 meters, 10 rounds for time. And then I wasn't looking at the upcoming program for our classes, and there was a very similar workout. It was 3 ring muscle ups, 7 thrusters, and then you ran 200 meters, but it was only 7 rounds or something like that. So very similar workout.
Move this way.
You just told me to get away from you earlier. But I beat my time by like 2 minutes, and it was almost the exact same rep scheme, but it was more reps overall because I was doing thrusters.
Yeah, I would like to see like more benchmark workouts sprinkled in. Like the Misfits doesn't do a lot of girl workouts, so I would program those a little bit more as well. Who is this?
Chipping for par. Does
I
it
just
bother
think
you
it's
that
hilarious.
Sal is the best athlete at the gym? No, it doesn't bother me because he's not. He ain't even close.
Do you think that's Sal?
It's probably Sal.
That's hilarious.
Chipping for par. State your name in the comments. Yeah, Sal.
Sal's a good athlete.
4
though.
years ago, Sal maybe he would have been close, but he's got every excuse in the book now. I broke my neck. I got cancer. Can't run.
Poor Sal.
But yeah, he's not at the top of the leaderboard most days. That's why he doesn't put a score in anymore.
No, he doesn't.
No, he gets embarrassed, so he doesn't put it in.
He's gonna kill you.
It's all right. What other topics? Comments? Do you have any other questions for Lexis? 2026. Are we gonna do another in-house competition?
I don't know. I really don't.
How do you think this year's went?
It went good. I just I think we could do like another in-house competition. I also think we could do something different.
Like what?
I think we could do like a rowathon where you like row a marathon with a team. I would like to do something like that.
What time of year do you do that?
I was thinking about doing it the same Sunday that they do the Columbus Marathon in October.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. I was also just watching something that Rogue put out about 3 or 4 ex-Marines that did a 3,000 mile trip across the Atlantic. I forget where they started, but they ended in Antigua. It was a really cool documentary. And so basically what Rogue's challenge was a 24-hour row challenge. And you could have teams of 4 and you could like register and do that through Rogue. Well, I was thinking about like if we didn't want to do a marathon, we could do like a 24-hour rowathon. Open our doors for 24 hours and see what happens. So I don't know. The list is, or my idea is there. For those of you who are listening, each coach does like their own little shindig event for the year. And so we are kind of planning all of that. We like to have it all planned by the end of the year. So I have a couple weeks to kind of figure out what I'm going to do and when I'm going to do it. But those are kind of the 2 things that I'm thinking about. And then, yeah, I think in 2027 we're going to do something, but Sal is going to do it.
Yesterday, we had our team Christmas dinner.
Yeah.
Was that what we call it? I don't remember.
Yeah.
Coach's Christmas. How was that?
It was awesome. It was like Brett and I were talking. Well, me and you were talking on the way home. Like our staff, like that was probably just like the best Christmas party that we've had since opening. Like we just have the staff that we have right now meshes the best that it ever has. Everybody is like awesome. no drama. It's great. So I wouldn't change a thing about our staff right now. Um, so I think it's been a rough ride getting here, but we're here and it feels good. It feels really good.
Yeah, I think it was a very good dinner. Food was good. We went to Gideon Owen.
Mm-hmm.
Had a couple glasses of wine. Uh, prime rib, is that what I got? Yeah, I think I get that every time I go there. I make sure we go Saturday after 4 every time we go. A lot of times it's at 4 because we eat dinner with the old folks most times. And then we ended it with some dessert. I think every person there ordered dessert.
I mean, a lot of us shared, but yeah, I think we all.
Sal ordered 2.
Yeah.
That's another reason why he's not the best athlete at the gym. Too many desserts, Sal. Yeah, but that's the other thing. Like going back to the no sugar thing, we still eat sugar. We still eat processed foods. We just severely limit it, and we understand what we're doing to our body when we do that. And that's the biggest thing that we're trying to do with education is informing our members, informing the community about what you're doing to your body. And I don't believe that there's anybody else in Ottawa County or the surrounding area that's doing a better job at that than us.
No. Ottawa County, I mean, Ottawa County, Erie County, Sandusky County, nobody, even in those counties, are doing it better.
Yeah, it's just trying to set people up for success and eliminate the root cause of things. That's what I'm trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm tired of fucking paying healthcare premiums that I'm not using because 80 fucking percent of that money goes towards chronic disease that's preventable.
Yeah.
It's insane to me.
Yeah. It's bizarre. Bizarre.
This is what I was going to ask you. Tuesdays and Thursdays. Jenny says, preach it. Oh, I will. Tuesdays and Thursdays, you have kind of a unique role where you're going into a facility. Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah. So I go into the Erie County Juvenile Correction Facility, CCF, and we do CrossFit Tuesdays, Thursdays with it's an all men facility. And I do CrossFit with them. It's awesome.
Is that intimidating going in there?
No.
Was it when you started?
It was. Yeah, it was when I start. I mean, anytime that you're in a new role, I think it is scary. You know, you don't know if you have buy-in. You have to establish new relationships. You have to get people to trust you. You have to build rapport. And that's very, very difficult to do in a facility where they already have built up walls. They already have trust issues. They already have trauma. They have, probably preconceived notions of what this is. And then you have very limited time with them. I'm on a very strict timeline there. And the other thing that's hard is it's a no touch facility. So, although sometimes, I don't know if I should say this on record, we do break those rules and we give fist bumps.
With permission.
With permission, yes. It is hard, to develop those relationships. So, it was intimidating at first, but now it's awesome. I love it. I'm actually programming an in-house little CCF competition for the new year, and just it forces me to get creative because we don't have a lot of equipment there. Hopefully that will change soon. But yeah, I love it. I'm really grateful for the opportunity. I'm grateful for all the opportunities that I've been blessed with different partnerships. Um, so yeah. But yeah, it was intimidating at first, not now. I have a relationship with all the men there. Um, we talk at the end of each class. They open up to me a lot. Honestly, a lot of them are going home soon. I don't know if I told you that.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, a lot of them got home passes, and
That's cool.
I think 6 or 7 will be graduating.
No shit.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I try to go in there once a month. I think I made it in November. I don't think I made it in October. Every other month that we've been in there, I've been to at least once a week or once a month. Very, very cool to see what's going on in there and trying to impact those kids. I mean, that's partly why you have the CrossFit Kids program, is to get kids active and engaged early on, and hopefully they can avoid those things. But the staff's great every time we go in there. But it's very rewarding to see some of those kids' progress since we've been in there.
mm-hmm.
About the fire department.
Yeah. So we just got renewed another year at the fire department. So I'm there every other week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays. And it's the same thing, just talking or putting them through a CrossFit workout that is, I try to focus more on team workouts there. In 2026, I think almost every workout we'll do is like a team workout to really build up the shifts and force them to communicate in high stress situations, because that will mimic what a fire will be like. But with the fire department, I mean, if you're thinking of like the base or the pyramid of
Theoretical hierarchy of development
of an athlete, yes. The bottom of it's nutrition, and then the next column is that metabolic conditioning. And that is where I focus on. It's going to be the biggest bang for their buck when I only see them, twice a month, because the number one leading cause of death for firefighters is cardiac arrest. So I want them to work on getting their heart rates elevated and intense, doing intense workouts so they can improve that.
Yeah, and then I go in quarterly to do nutrition check-ins, give them a little bit of education. But you're also sprinkling that in.
Yeah, basically at the end of every class we talk about that or something, similar. But Brian Gutman is the chief there, and he is doing a phenomenal job, just completely turning that department around and really requiring a very high expectation, which is great. We want to see our first responders in our community being able to, fit through doorways and being able to run up and down stairs. I mean, these are things that our tax dollars are paying for. We want to be able to see first responders who can help in any situation. So he's doing a great job of, flipping the script there.
Yeah, and I would just say that getting the buy-in at first, and even still at times, from us going in there is a struggle. But I will shout out Captain Kurt. He's probably the one that's made the biggest changes and transformation from when we started. I know his shift, they have to work out every time.
Mm-hmm.
he's been doing a good job with his nutrition. He's changed things.
He should be fasting.
He asks questions.
Yeah.
Like the dude's interested in changing. He just didn't know where to start.
Yeah.
And I'd love to see it. So Kurt, keep that up if you're watching, listening. Why is it so important to incorporate like a program like CrossFit, general physical fitness, general prepared, whatever, GPP, general physical preparedness program? Why is it important to do something like that with the fire department?
Well, first, I mean, it just builds rapport in a shift. But like I was saying earlier, at a fire department, I mean, it's vital to survive. Like, you are literally relying. Like, if you would go down in a fire, you're relying on your coworker to be fit enough to drag you out of the fire and save you. That's why it's important. And I would not want to work with people who couldn't do that. Like, that would scare the shit out of me. I ain't going into a fire if I look around and none of you guys can carry me out. So, I mean, that is important.
All fires are probably not the same either. So when you're walking into a CrossFit affiliate or you're walking into the affiliate that we have at the fire station, they don't know the workout.
Correct.
Well, the first shift doesn't. The other two can kind of see it on the whiteboard, but it prepares them for the unknown and unknowable events that they're going to have to encounter throughout the day. And I would say that Brian does a good job and Rob does a good job of creating training sessions or skill sessions specific to the fire that they go through also.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
But the stuff that we're doing is very similar movement patterns to what they see when they would have to fight a fire or pick somebody up out of their chair to get them onto a stretcher or whatever. So training for the unknown and unknowable. Kind of, sort of.
Yeah, love it.
What else?
I think that's it, bub. I hear the kids over there giving Mama a hard time.
Yeah, we had a babysitter. My mom's watching the kids right now, so we could do this. All right. Well, make sure you like, comment, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Share it with your friends. We're going to be trying to do these more often than not. The goal is once a month, but we're looking forward to it. It's going to be cool.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in to Ottawa County's Healthcare Home.
See ya.